Benelli TNT 25. Some love it, some don't mind it, some love to hate it. As a bike, I favor the looks, I favor the ride, a nimble, very exciting looking bike under a 250cc umbrella. There's not much out there that beats this in terms of its looks. However, there are some negatives which I will share in due course. My extras: engine protecting struts, original Benelli, little extra side mirrors. Yeah, I'm not sure if they serve much purpose, but they certainly look good. Windscreen. That I do add to most of my bikes, and that helps, certainly in the long run. And a USB charging block. I think that's about it in terms of the add-ons. Oh, let's not forget the lights. Blind as a bat as I am, I need extra lights. So projector lights put lower down so they don't affect anybody, just affect my vision of the road. So what's so special about the Benelli TNT 25? Well, Benelli, an Italian company, was bought by QJ, the biggest Chinese manufacturer of motorcycles. But this, like all Benellis, has an Italian feel to it, both mechanically, but in particular aesthetically. And for some time, this was definitely the best of Chinese. At 250cc, it's powerful, it's nimble, it handles very well, and very comfortable to ride. Now, the problem is that though this is a street naked bike, in Asia, particularly Pakistan where I'm at, most people want a bike that can tour. This can tour so long as you stay on tarmac roads, but it's not a bike that you can tour off-road. And this is where the problems lie. Many people, whatever bike they have, they will mix the terrain they ride on. And that, unfortunately, can cause Benelli an illness, which means it needs to go to the doctor, i.e. the mechanic, to be tuned again. So what I would say about this bike is it's a great bike for city riding, it's a great bike if you stay on roads, tarmac roads that is, but it isn't a bike that you can take off-road. Simply put, it's great for the purpose it was designed for. When you go outside its remit, then potentially, not always, but potentially it can cause problems. Anyway, let's get back to the video. I'm going to ride in traffic, in cities where it shines so bright. And then I'll take you to a rural setting. And overall, in terms of its nitty-gritty, I'll share that through spec sheets on screen. A couple of things I'll add myself. That is that on fuel efficiency, it's about 30 to 32 kilometers per litre. In terms of speed, it does well for a 250. One cannot overlook how nimble this is. This holds so well on the road. The brakes are fantastically good. When you want it to stop, it stops. Of course, the tyres are sporty tyres, and sometimes in such terrains where there is sand and gravel on the road, you have to be a little careful. But that's not the fault of the bike. That's the surrounding that it rides in. It does have, as I said before, a lot of poke, so it's very easy to overtake most vehicles on the road, as you'll see as I ride on. just to prove a point, I wanted to take you on some, I wouldn't say dirt track, but this is rough roads. Lots of potholes, a great deal of sand, stones. The very little tarmac that is on the road is broken up. And as you can see, the bike does well. It can do it. It's so much more comfortable and enjoyable when it's a nice clean road. That's not to say it's not capable. Just one has to bear in mind that it was built as a sport naked tourer, not an off-road cross-country bike.
So folks, that's the bike, the Benelli TNT 25 Tornado Naked. I like that name, Tornado Naked. And this is what I used to call home a long time ago. This place is called Ali Beg Head.
And this is found in Kashmir. A long time ago I would live with my grandmother here, but that is going back many decades. Anyway, getting back to the motorcycle, I think it's time for me to call it a day. Apologies for not sharing the specifications in more detail, but I thought the spec sheet was sufficient. The truth is, most reviewers give you details which you can find on Wikipedia, on Google, quite easily. More importantly is hearing the personal experience that people have with the bike, how they feel, how it rides, how it handles. All these are more important, I think, for a proper review. So it's time for my final thoughts, and those are this: people, stay happy, be positive, and for those that ride on two wheels, please ride safely. Bye bye.